It's a 3-stream streak. This is 7 Dooms for Sandpoint, Chapter 4, Footprints on the Roof, Episode 37. Y'all have had a very intense first day back from the pit. That wasn't even a 12-hour period, or 24-hour period. That was like a maybe 12 hours. And there was all kinds of things. There was lots of bloodshed. There were bad dreams. There were intense conversations. There were accusations.
But
there
Jake,
were
tell us what
warnings.
happened in the game. Oh, sorry.
Right.
You were just okay.
I was just talking about before we ever started streaming.
Yeah, no.
None of us like each other. We do not get along. We are being
Lots of
forced
bloodshed.
to play this game.
Yeah.
Lots of stuff happening. So even though it's been like 2 or 3 sessions, you've only been out of the pit for 2 days now.
Yeah.
But it is a brand new day. And some of you have seen to various tasks. Some more of you would like to see other tasks, see to other tasks. Some of you have spoken to some people. As I said, whenever it comes to downtime is your time to do research, to talk to people, to restock supplies, possibly retrain. It's even possible if we get to a point where you feel like you are not under the pressure of a clock, we can make more time pass. We can say that a couple of days have gone by, a week has gone by, things like that. Such as we did back when we had, I believe, 2 weeks between a downtime period and when you were supposed to have a secret meeting, Velynia. We sort of hand-waved 2 weeks. And certain activities take more time if you're trying to retrain skills or things like that. So, in this new day in Sandpoint, I would like to know if you all are meeting up or if you are going to continue to move on your individual activities.
I guess I wanted to shop at the Cat's Meow when it opens.
Hell yeah. I'm just gonna work. Working on the docks.
I believe.
Listening for rumors.
So you're gonna work. I believe, Lumi, didn't you show up at the Cat's Meow when it hadn't yet opened? That was.
Yep, I'm currently waiting at the bridge, the south bridge of Sandpoint, kicking my feet over the edge of the bridge, waiting for him to open this door. As I look at the little fish swimming in the river and throwing rocks and stuff down into the
throwing
water.
rocks at the fish?
No, gosh, no.
No.
Okay, so
Why
we've
would
got
you suggest that?
we've got Lumi sitting on the dock of the bay.
Wasting time.
Anybody else?
Well, I'm out of town at the moment.
That's right. You did run out of town to your total time of running there, talking to them, and then leaving. Assuming you didn't sprint back.
I walked slowly back because I'm probably depressed.
So it would have taken you probably your whole thing probably would have taken about 2 to 3 hours, depending on how slow you go.
Yeah, and before I come back into town, I am making a little detour. So, if you want to know that, we'll get into that, or you can come back to me.
Okay, yeah, we'll come back to that. I'm right now. I'm just trying to figure out what everybody's intentions are.
I had something very grandiose planned, and now I can't remember what it was, so must not have been important.
I thought you were going with Mr. Six to his cat's meow as well.
I could do
At
that.
least you mentioned that.
I
at
also
some
recall
point.
that.
I do
so-
recall that you had planned to go with Lumi to the cat's meow. I don't know if that was your grandiose plan, but
I don't think so. It's not. Nothing's.
it worries me
shaking
when the
loose
note
up there.
taker doesn't remember what they were doing.
I think Tamiko uses all of her acuity on the notes, and then once in a while, her actual thoughts just get.
I had a bunch of stuff written down, and now it's all crossed out, which tells me that I scrapped these plans. So there you go.
So there you go.
So I will just go. What is it? I will accompany Six from the what is it? From the White Deer back to the shop.
Okay. And
Icselo's having marital strife.
Icselo, you had, I believe,
Not always.
our last scene had been you.
I was with a coworker,
You were talking with one of your coworkers.
Oh yeah.
which I cannot remember where the hell those list of people.
It's a screenshot in a private Discord message between you and I.
I had to ask you that last time. It's in a private message. I'm looking through Discord, and it's like, dude, where the fuck?
Wait a Mimi. Hold on.
Yeah, it was Syl Ember, sort of a tall, mysterious woman who had a certain
What a tall,
way.
mysterious women.
She had a certain way of speaking about her.
All mysterious
and then-
women,
Yeah,
so-
I had palmed her a pack of candy with
Mhm.
a
I was going to say a
note.
pack of camels.
Hey.
It was
licorice.
It was black licorice or licorice. You
Yep.
didn't specify black licorice. You just said licorice.
Um,
And there was a note in there.
Yep,
Yep.
detailing what I know.
Yep. And then when you had left, you had passed by Lala, but had not
Yeah.
seen her, as
I
she
don't think I
seemed
know
to
who
just
that
be.
is yet.
You do. You let her out of the jail cell when
Oh,
we first
yeah.
met you.
Oh, yeah.
She was
You
the
just
creepy.
don't know her significance to the rest of this
Yeah,
story.
she was
She's just
the-
been
Which is
stalking me
significant.
since.
Dude, I love her so much.
Yeah. She had been. You let her out, then you talked to your wife, and then you came outside to find your daughter talking to her on that first time we met.
No, I remember.
You. So, what would Icselo be doing following that?
Probably spending time with my child.
I
Like, how's that
believe. Well, I believe that Clarissa, after the incident last night, said that if you want to see her, you will do so at the manor.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean,
So-
it sucks, but that's what I would do.
Okay. So, you are heading to the manor to see your daughter and by proxy see your
And
ex-wife
maybe her dad too.
and
who knows?
possibly ex-brother-in-law, ex-father-in-law.
Fuck, cousins are over as well.
Yep.
Bring them all
Gonna
in.
show up and the entire
Hey.
family is there. And then
This
Velynia's
sucks.
gonna work the docks.
I'm also kind of like keeping an eye over my shoulder. I'm sort of almost like baiting this watcher. I want to see if I can get another glimpse of them watching me. I want to watch them watching me.
So let's go
Oh,
ahead.
I know something else we should do, but it probably doesn't need to be role played out.
Okay.
At some point, there are 2 items we still haven't identified, and probably some stuff we want to sell. We just keep forgetting about it.
Thank you. Oh yeah.
Okay, I would like
Thank you,
everybody.
Tamiko.
I would like everybody to roll a D100, please.
D100.
This is to determine
The order.
the order in which we were going to go about your scenes. I'm going to roll a D100. Even, we start with the high numbers. Odd, we start with the low numbers. 42. Oh, 2. That was on 4 for a long time. Then that rolled, defied gravity almost, and rolled to a 2. Still an even number. So we're going to start with the high numbers. I have everybody's numbers, and it looks like it's Icselo. So Icselo, as you head to the Scarnetti Manor, the Scarnetti Manor is all the way at the southeast part of town. You have to cross the Sandpoint Bridge and then take Schooner Gulch Road, cross Boggy Creek Bridge, and then there are some of the founding families' manors. The Deverin Manor, the boarded up Valdemar Manor, the Kaijitsu Manor, and the furthest southwest, number 48, is the Scarnetti Manor.
Ooh. Boo.
It puts into perspective how negligent it is of Clarissa to let her get out and walk all the way to town.
They are so far away, right?
Like, dude, my daughter is trekking.
She's covered some real estate.
I don't know, what's the scale here? I have to figure it out, but I think from her place all the way up to the White Deer, from the manor to the White Deer is probably 2 or 3, at least 2 clicks, maybe 3 or 4. So, yeah,
that's fucking hoofing it, man.
Yeah, it's a mile or 2. And that's just if she were to walk a straight line. Well, follow the road around and then go straight to any given point. But you know that Lyra does not go in a straight line anywhere.
But to be fair, she also runs the whole time.
This is true.
Yeah, right. She's got like the cardio of a marathoner.
I don't know why, but in my head, I think she has like a little canoe that she uses to like go back and forth.
You
that
know?
little channel of water.
That little ship might.
She does, and it's small. It's like only fits a child, but it's like it's just
she's
you can hide it
literally
places.
like Rogue Junior.
Dude, I need to teach her the ways.
You know, I could actually see that. I think what Lyra has.
Zip line, actually.
I think what Lyra has is a Galarian fantasy paddleboard. It's a little skiff that she's put together. You know, it's kind of like a little Tom Sawyer raft. But she uses
also horribly dangerous.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, no, of course, no, yeah.
But she's got
I'm
this.
actually concerned.
She's got this little. It probably looks like little more than a discarded door that's lashed together, and that she's got some long stick that she uses.
Made like little improvements though, like over the years. Like it's like chopped
wrapped
off,
around
so it's kind of
some driftwood and
yes,
rope that attaches it.
I mean, it makes sense for
a
her
little
to
sail. She's made a little sail for it too.
Dude,
Oh
it makes sense for her to take it through the
white and red polka dot knickers as the sail. Yeah.
Dude.
Going
my
back
God.
and forth.
She has her own little flag.
Up the Tarandarock River, all the way up around there. That could explain how sometimes she's able to get around without being seen in
Without
town.
anybody seeing her. Oh my
Listen,
God.
if she has a raft of some kind, I do not know about it. I do not know about
I
it.
feel like neither does Clarissa or
No.
anybody. This is one of those things that if we see her go down to the shoreline to get her raft, she's absolutely pulling aside some pieces of dead brush and moving. It's probably turned upside down, and so that it looks like a piece of driftwood. But she's got it down where
Gorilla rafting.
she can very quickly flip it over and.
The child is a revolutionary.
Dude, that's the best.
I'm scared.
Oh, she's a menace.
She is a storm.
Love it.
In fact, I'm gonna, since we've been kind of half joking about all this, I'm gonna say that we, the audience, see that she absolutely was down by the water and looked like she was getting her little skiff ready to go up the river and back into town. And we see Icselo coming across the bridge there at the south, and you're probably too far away to really catch sight of it. As soon as
they say we don't see what we're not looking for.
That's a good point.
As soon as she sees you, though, she suddenly, under her breath, we just see her go, "Oh shit!" and immediately reverse everything and starts struggling to turn it over.
Wait.
And she's struggling and she can't get it flipped back over. And then we see you walking up the lane and she's trying to get it covered up, and then you're coming up the lane and she's trying to scramble up the embankment, and
you're about to find the SS Driftwood and you fucking know it. You can't turn a blind eye to this.
and you get up to the top or to the end of the lane and towards the where the manor is. And if you look close at the map of Sandpoint and you look at the Scarnetti Manor, you can see that there's the round nest. What's the word I'm looking for? The roundness. You can see that there's a tower.
Roundity.
There's a tower that's a part of the manor, and as you come up over the hill and come up there, you see the Scarnetti Manor, and you see your daughter Lyra leaning against the side of that stone tower, and as the camera cuts to her for a moment, you just see she's breathing heavy, trying to. And then she turns and she's like, "Hey, Dad, what are you doing here?"
Funny. Usually, I'm asking you that question.
Why would you ask what I'm doing at my house?
Why are you all out of breath?
And she kind of turns and pats the tower. I was just thinking about climbing this old thing again. If you want, you can try to do a sense motive and see how deep you want to.
No, I trust her.
Oh yeah, why wouldn't you? She's never lied ever.
I'm literally looking up at the tower. Again?
It's been a while since I did it, and I wanted to see if I could still do it. And
well, did you? Never mind.
She actually goes, "Do you really want to know?"
No, I don't. I was told if we were to spend some time together this afternoon, I had to come over here. So here I am.
Yeah, Mom's being a real prison guard about...
She is within reason, I think. What happened last night?
It was last night. It's not like we actually got taken by anybody, and you and the others, you killed all the bad guys.
It's not really an environment for children to be in, regardless of how well the outcome was.
I mean, it's kind of like...
You can be upset, and you can be frustrated, but at the end of the day, I think your mother is right, and it is best if you hang out here for a little while.
It's boring here. What am I going to do? Keep climbing this tower?
Sometimes the best thing for a growing mind is to be bored.
That's bull pucky.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to a friend. She said that sometimes it's best to challenge your parents because it helps them to grow.
No, which friend is saying this?
I need her name and her address.
What is her mother's name? Father's name? I'll speak to them about this.
She doesn't have a mother or father.
Oh. Do I know them?
You kind of let her go from the jail the other day.
Oh, Lala! Lala!
Why were you talking to someone that I had let out of jail?
Well, if you let her out of jail, then she can't be all that bad, can she?
She's a stranger to you either way. You shouldn't be.
No, she's not. We talked. We told each other our names.
That is not the same as
We
knowing.
bonded over pickle.
No. And you've seen this person regularly? Or just the other day?
I met her that first day when you let her out.
Oh my god.
And then I've talked to her once or twice since then. She just seems to show up. Because she doesn't have a mom and dad that make her stay at home.
Listen,
She gets to do whatever she
her,
wants.
No, that was an adult.
She's not
She
that
was an
much of an adult.
Does not matter.
So now you're going to tell me who I can and can't be friends with.
More or less, I was going to say the next time this person shows up, you should let me know so I can talk to them. It's concerning when an adult is friends with a child. There's no real way you can frame that and it not sound weird.
She's not like other adults. She's more like a kid than...
Gosh, I could only wish I could describe how uncomfortable this makes me feel.
Well, it doesn't matter. Between you and Mom and Grandpa, I'm not going to be going anywhere and seeing anybody for a while.
That's not necessarily true. Grandpa loves to take you out into town. Your mother would if you asked her before you went.
I don't want to go where Mom goes. Grandpa only ever wants to go to the sawmill. He's got to oversee his business.
True, but if you do the things that he likes for you to do around his workshop to help him, he gives you money.
Money isn't everything, Dad.
No, it's not, but it makes for a lot of an easier time getting a lot of those things. Listen, if you don't want it, I'll take the money from you afterward. You can give it to me.
Thought that's why you had a job, why you worked for
It is.
Sheriff Hemlock.
And he gives me money.
Okay, so is that why you came here, was just to tell me that you wanted to really make sure that I don't go anywhere?
That's not the main reason I came here. I came here to see you. That was just part of it. We should probably let your mother know I'm here. And then we can do whatever you like.
She glances up towards the house and she goes, I think she already knows. And you see
Curtain.
You see standing in the window to the ladies' sitting room, holding a cup of tea, and just watching the two of you through the window. You see Clarissa, and she doesn't wave to you. She doesn't give you any kind of dirty look. She just takes a sip of her tea and then turns and walks away from the window into the interior.
Yeah, that was to be expected.
Well, we might as well go in so you guys can get your arguments out of the way, and then try to pretend like you're not fighting, and then
I'll make it quicker. I'll tell her she's right, and then I'll come back outside.
Oh my god.
So you're gonna go inside?
I will pop my head in and say hi as an adult would do. I don't want to just like hang out in someone's yard. Hello. Came to see Lyra.
I wish you didn't show up unannounced.
Forgive me. I will send a letter next time I'm out of work. You said that I had to come see her here. I got out of work and now I'm here. What more can I do?
It's fine. I'm on edge with what happened last night.
Understandably so. Don't worry, I came to also remind Lyra to stay here. Because you're right.
She sets her tea. She was like mid-sip, and she doesn't even take it. She sets the teacup down on the saucer and leans forward. I'm sorry. Did I hear that correctly? Could you say those words again?
You're right, Clarissa. It was
that's
pretty crazy what happened last night, and perhaps it is wise if Lyra stays here.
Sounds like a foreign language coming out of your mouth, but it's good to hear.
Is there anything else?
Yes. You should know that Titus knows everything that happened last night.
Oh, good.
I'm not surprised. He has a tendency to know a lot of things, even things that I wouldn't like him to.
Well, you can thank Kaeryn for that.
What a
I don't know
God.
what it is about Kaeryn, but lately he seems to be very preoccupied with what those people you're hanging around with are up to. He is going out of his way to try to make them look as bad as possible to the people of Sandpoint.
So really, they shouldn't worry, because the only person Kaeryn has ever made look bad is himself.
Mm-hmm.
Well, from what I've heard, that older woman, the one who is a part-time,
Millie.
I don't know, barmaid or cook at the White Deer, and part-time adventuring, like she's whatever. From what I heard, she put Kaeryn in his place.
Good. I'm not surprised.
Well, if I was more prone...
Let's just be happy she did it, and not someone...
If I was more likely to associate with people like your friends, I might actually want to meet her.
Wow.
I'll relay the message.
Anyway, Titus is not happy with the way things are being run in town. He's not happy that Mayor Deverin seemed to be swayed by your friend's testimony in front of the town council the other day. And if you know my father at all, you know that if he's not happy, he's going to find a way to change that. I don't know if it's going to affect you at all. I don't know what it means. But if you have any loyalty to Mayor Deverin, you may want to distance yourself.
I mean, I've only interacted with Mayor Deverin, like, personally, probably a dozen times. I'm not saying this out loud. This is for clarity's sake. And what was... Oh, I'm sorry. Titus didn't like what Mayor Deverin... Something about what was said at the meeting the other day?
So I don't know if we ever established if you were at the town hall, because
I don't think
a game
it was just because like I don't know.
Yeah, from a game point of perspective, you hadn't yet joined the campaign, and given when it took place, it's possible that you were sleeping prior to a guard shift. A lot of town members were there, but not everybody, and you probably didn't have a vested interest in it. But you know that Titus Scarnetti sits on the town council. And if Titus didn't agree with what the adventurers were doing, and Mayor Deverin seemed to be pleased with them, that means that Titus got overruled by the council. And you know that doesn't ever sit well with him.
What a dick.
It's almost like all of the Scarnettis are dicks. What? Crazy.
Turns out Scarnetti is Varisian for cockwomble.
Fucking
Yeah,
asshole.
right. Asshole.
Anyway, she says to you, well, will you stay for lunch?
Sure. I would love to.
I will have the staff set something up for you and Lyra in the dining.
Is your father here?
No, I said he's in town.
Sorry.
Oh, maybe she didn't say that, but
I wasn't listening.
she definitely
No,
says
she
that
did.
now as
He
if
just
she
wasn't
did.
listening.
I was too focused on the fact that I just had to like. Never mind.
So she says that she will have something set up, and she says, stay as long as you need to, but I imagine Titus will be back sometime this afternoon.
I'm not. So, thank you for letting me come over, and I'll go back outside to play with Lyra.
As you walk back outside, you see Lyra is standing kind of around the backside of the tower and is looking out over sort of northwest, just looking out at the waves that are crashing at the shoreline down below, and there's probably somewhere off in the distance, several miles out to sea, there's some big 3-masted ship that is sailing northward, and that has caught her eye. She excitedly points it out to you as you come out there, and with that, I would like to switch to another scene. Let's see, who had the next highest roll? We went.
I think it was me, but I'd like to delay till just before Lumi, since we're going kind of at the same time.
The one after that was Kaeryn.
Okay.
Wait a minute,
Natalin.
actually, pause. Sorry. Are we going small to big?
No, big to small.
Big to small. Sorry. I lied.
That was why we started with 91.
I'm a dumbass.
Math teacher.
I don't know how numbers work. I'm off the clock.
Your conversation pre-stream very much contradicts that.
There's no proof of that, so.
True. Roll deception. And guess what? Because of the way this game works, you're going to have to do math.
Oh, boy.
No, I kid.
It's okay.
Natalin, what are you doing before you get back to town?
Well, I wanted to make a detour real quick to go to Solara's place in the woods there. Not to actually see or converse with her or Bryn, but just to make sure that he is in fact there.
Okay. Yeah. So you head up that path along the Tarandarock River and find that same path that leads into the woods to where her cottage is. And I think it's well before you even get to where the cottage is that you see a sudden brilliant green light, a flash of green, and you hear Bryn cry out, and you see Bryn go flying backwards, tumbling. And then you see as she walks forward, Solara walks forward, and you see her just sort of loosely shaking green druidic magic energy away from her hand as if it was water droplets.
Oh my God.
And you hear her voice as she says, "I told you to always watch both hands. I was misdirecting you with this hand, and the spell came from here." And he kind of pops up and brushes himself off, and he says, "Okay, watch both hands. Let's go again." And you watch for however long you're going to watch as Bryn gets knocked down a few more times. Not always. He always gets back. He always gets up again. Ain't nothing going to keep him down.
Never going to keep him down.
He is definitely tub thumping.
Yeah, I would just only watch for a couple of minutes. He's here. He's safe. He's with Solara. He's taking his things. Things are going as well as they're going to go at this point. So, Natalin is happy. She's content that at least he's here, and he's in her hands. And so she would quietly turn and go back to town, with the plan to go to the monastery to visit
the House of Blue Stones to visit Jabal?
Jibble or
It's not Gerbil. Jabril, I believe.
Jabril. Jabil Soren. Yeah. Because there's some research that Natalin wants to do. and thinking that this is probably the only place that would have any books at all about this subject.
What? Okay, so yeah, you're able to go there, no problem. You are a regular at the House of Blue Stones.
In particular, I'm looking for any of the... I want to research the Sandpoint Devil and like
Ooh,
what
that's a good
happened
idea.
last time in town. And I don't want to ask any of the other townsfolk because I know it's a touchy subject. But
They're like, why is it back? Like they're all traumatized.
I'm thinking, Jabil, if anybody's got some books that's chronicling that that era of our history of town, or even older books about the Sandpoint Devil, she'd have it. So that is what I'm looking for.
I don't think the Sandpoint Devil ever attacked before. I think it's a myth. The myth, the legend.
Myths are good. There's lots of information in myths.
Fact or fiction?
There's always a bit of truth.
So I think, yeah, you are able to do this research. This is going to be... I think this is going to be primarily using either academia lore, library lore, diplomacy, or society, or specific, I guess more specifically would be Sandpoint lore. But any of those areas, if you have any kind of skill in those.
I do have local town lore, so I would
Okay.
love to use that.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead and make a research check into that.
So it's just rolling. Research check would just be rolling the stat, like lore local town, right?
Yeah, you're gonna roll that local town lore and add whatever that bonus is.
Got a 22.
A 22 is a regular success. So in research, a regular success gets you 1 additional research point. I'm looking at where you were before. So you spend a few hours poring over this topic, and there's surprisingly little specific information that you're able to find about the Sandpoint Devil. Most everything that you come across describes it as a creature of myth and legend. Because you're going to spend a couple hours here, I will allow you to make 2 more checks. Just to see if we can get that 1 up any higher.
Okay, I rolled another 22.
Okay.
And how about three 22s in a row? I rolled 14, 14, 14.
Okay. So those are all regular successes. Some of this, I mean, it's kind of on par with regional folklore and cryptids and things like that in our world. So, and it's something you've heard of living in Sandpoint. Kind of in the same way that in certain regions they've heard of the chupacabra or the jackalope or the Michigan dogman. His name's Billy, by the way.
It's a crossover.
And that's what a lot of what you keep finding is legends, local legends and lore of Varesia and the Lost Coast, and but as you start cross-referencing, you find that all of any mention of the Sandpoint Devil is that it is exclusively is exclusive to Sandpoint. There's nothing like this particular creature outside of this region. The legends and the rumors claim that it is rumored to have been birthed by a woman who was cursed by Lamashtu. Lamashtu is the mother and patroness of misshapen and malformed creatures that crawl, slither, or flap on or above the surface of Golarion, one of the darker gods of Golarion, sometimes referred to as the Demon Queen, the Demon Mother, or the Mother of Monsters.
Ick.
The Sandpoint Devil is the kind of story that is told to keep children in line, to threaten them with it. There's been a long-standing reward for its capture, but nobody's ever found one, obviously. You find a couple accounts of hunters or travelers that were would-be adventurers that had chased the legends, but never came to claim their reward, either failing to find anything or failing to return. One thing that seems to be corroborated amongst the various tales is its description. The creature is always described as a nearly skeletal horse with bat wings, powerful hind legs with stunted, malformed front legs, and a tail like a dragon's and a jaw filled with sharp teeth. It walks on its hind legs like a humanoid. And the final piece of information you get from that is everybody seems to think that the Sandpoint Devil makes its home at the bottom of the pit on the Devil's Platter. Anything else you would like to do along those lines or with this information?
No, I think she would just be spending most of the rest of the day doing this research. Once it's later in the day, she would go back to the Rusty Dragon to help out for the supper rush, and then see what happens from that point on. But yeah, that's her.
Okay. Scrolling. I believe that would take us to Millie and Vi. Sorry, Millie and Lumi. I said that and it did not sound right. Vi doesn't exist in this.
I don't exist.
you exist, but not here in Sandpoint.
Not a single violated Sandpoint. That's crazy.
Well,
Odd.
I didn't say that either. I just said you don't. So,
Semantics.
I think, Lumi, as you're sort of sitting out front of the Cat's Meow, awaiting the store to open, you spot Millie walking in your direction and walking and talking with a very extravagant looking cat man with a wide brimmed hat with a big purple feather. Have you
Millie
seen...
will go up.
Millie's the only one that
Sure.
saw Six before, correct? So yeah, you see that he's wearing he's dressed his clothing is primarily that of a flowing cloak of a royal blue with a gold silk lining. His trousers and his tunic are in shades of blue and gold as well, and he wears the leather is polished, but still has the look of something that's seen some use. It's not just decorative, the breastplate that he wears over his tunic, and you see almost shining in the late morning light on the gold thread that outlines what looks like two places that the armor has been pierced in the past. As the two of them approach, do you say or do anything as you see them approaching?
Yeah, she'll get up off of her little seat and run up and go, "Oh, hi, Millie." And she'll look up at the cat folk, and she'll go, "Hi, my name's Lumi," and she'll outstretch her hand, reaching up to give a little handshake.
He looks down at you, and he quickly, in the same motion that he reaches forward and with a very large but soft paw, takes your hand in his. He sweeps his wide-brimmed hat off his head and bows deeply before you. Madam Lumi. Nope, that is not how Six talks. Let's try that again. Madam Lumi, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Allow me to introduce myself to you. I am 6 days into summer, but my friends, they call me Six. It is a pleasure to meet you. And he will kiss the back of your hand, and then...
and she will pull her hand away for the kiss.
He will stand up, right, and don his hat again.
Oh, yes, this is Lumi. She's the one I was telling you about with the extraordinary skill in thrown weapons. And a good head for knowledge to boot.
I don't assume, but you must be the owner of this shop then.
That is correct. And today is the grand opening of the Cat's Meow.
Well, I would like to be your first customer.
And I would love to have you be my first customer. Allow me to open grandly, I guess, as he withdraws a key from inside, or from inside like his collar, and heads to the door to open it.
Oh, imagine, I've never been to this shop back when it was the Feathered Serpent either. And imagine that, it being only a stone's throw away from the Rusty Dragon and all.
I used to like the Feathered Serpent a lot. Millie, what do you You're coming here too? Do you have something that you're wanting
Oh
to
yes,
pick up?
my curiosity got the better of me, so I wanted to come in and check out what's new. Well, what's new for me anyways, since I've never been here.
Well, as he opens up the front door, you hear the jingle of bells that open with the door, and he holds the door open for you, Lumi and Millie, making sure, Lumi, that you have the opportunity to be the first across the threshold.
Thank you.
And then
she'll like look around at all the shelves and whatnot inside the store.
He'll hold his hand motioning towards you as well, Millie. And I think within moments you hear the door jingle a couple more times as some other curious townsfolk are stopping by. Looking around inside, you get a sense that first and foremost, the air inside here is feels thicker. You catch the scent of incense, lamp oil, a variety of perfumes that seem to... they don't quite clash, but they don't quite go together. But just as you think two smells are about to collide in an unpleasant way, you move somewhere else in the shop and a new scent comes in. And so nothing is ever fully like abrasive, I can't say that you're going to enjoy every scent, because everybody has scents that they're not necessarily keen on, but it's never fully overpowering, I guess is the best way to say it. It seems to always stop just before it would become overpowering. There are lanterns hanging at odd intervals from the rafters, and no two lanterns seem to look the same. Every lantern looks dramatically different from one another, from a simple black and bronze bullseye lantern to extravagant, almost looking like they're elven made silver and gold and glass lanterns. Shelves that go from floor to ceiling are stuffed with jars, scroll tubes, carved trinkets, chipped idols, glass baubles, alchemical vials, secondhand books, bundles of herbs, rusted instruments, and little boxes, some of whom, every once in a while, you swear you see a box open and something at the back of the shelf skitter across and climb into another box. There seems to be no real order to everything. Everything seems to be placed more aesthetically. It's a combination of how does it complement the things that it is closest to, as well as where does it fit. Six says to you and to first he says to you, please, I invite you to browse freely amongst all of my curiosities. And then to somebody who is behind you, probably we'll say a couple of young teenagers that have walked in. And remember, it is always best to look with your eyes, not with your hands.
Lumi will immediately put something back down on the shelf that she's holding. Lumi is looking for a particular magic item in particular in this shop. And if she doesn't see it right away, she might inquire with Mr. Sixth himself about if he has something like this. I've linked it in the Zoom chat. She's looking for a pendant of the occult. Item level 3.
Mm-hmm. I looked at, of course, the item level 9. I was like, wait, what? How much gold did I give you?
No, just the level 3 version.
Okay, so I think initially, as the two of you are just browsing, you will see that there are, looking amongst all of these shelves, you will see the greatest amount of items seem to be a collection of mundane curiosities and oddments, things like a miniature hinged brass wind-up clockwork crab, a polished stone coin, a puzzle box that looks to be of Tian design that looks like it might fit in your hand, various glass bottles and vials, some alchemical, herbal, and practical supplies. Looks like he might have some healing potions, some tokens, mixing flasks and vials. And then there seem to be things that are a little higher up on the shelves that look like they might be of more value and of possible minor or even greater arcane natures. And he does seem to have a collection of items in glass cases. Special lantern, bracelet, a neatly folded cloak, and more. I don't think, upon investigating all of these shelves, that you're going to, well, I guess with the pure volume of stuff, I'm not going to say that you're not going to find it. I think what we'll do, Lumi, is we'll say there is a percentage chance that this item exists amongst all of these items.
Okay.
Given that 6 has a history as an adventurer and traveled with some unique members of his party, and was also himself prone to shiny baubles and unique things, even if he had no use for them directly, I'm going to say that for this specific item, there is a 30% chance that you could find this. It's not particularly... It's not particularly rare. So yeah, we'll say roll a D100, and if you get within 30 or within 15 on either side of what I roll, then you do find what you're looking for. And we'll see what happens if you roll exactly what I roll.
Oh,
So I got exactly 30 as my D100 roll.
30.
Okay.
So we're looking between 15 and 45.
Yay. Oh.
66.
66. So unfortunately, you do not find it yourself amongst all of his curiosities. This means 2 things. Or rather, it doesn't mean 2 things. It does not mean that it's not there. It just means you can't find it. And it does not mean that just because you can't find it in his inventory, and maybe he doesn't have it, it doesn't mean that it's out of his grasp.
After looking through his various shelves, she'll realize it's not really on display. And maybe it's just something that he wouldn't really have on display. So she'll go up. Mr. Six, I was wondering if you had a certain magical trinket in stock that you could sell to me. And would have various names, but I'm looking for an occult pendant. Do you know?
I'm going
A talisman that's been imbued with strange powers.
It's a 17 on his check. And I'm not going to tell you what his bonus is, but I'm going to tell you it's very high. As you are talking, he looks at you and he says, This pendant of the occult you are looking for, this would be... It looks typically like an unblinking eye.
Yes, exactly. If you know of it, do you have one?
I have seen what you are talking of. Sometimes there are simple ones, and sometimes there are much more powerful ones. But I can also tell you that I do not have one in the cat's meow, unfortunately. But
okay,
fortunately,
she begins to kind of fall and her.
But fortunately for you,
her ears perk back up.
I take special orders. I have merchants and in some cases adventurers in places all over on retainer, and I can simply send word and I can have somebody keep an eye out for this thing. I will ask some of my fellow merchants.
Mr. Six. That would be wonderful.
It will be my pleasure.
Could you write to me or let me know if when you get it arrived? When it arrives?
I will let you know as soon as I hear anything.
Thank you, Mr. Six. Well, I don't want to waste. I don't want to be a bother then. So I'll get this then while I'm here. And she reaches for something random on the shelf next to Mr. Six, and she doesn't really know what she's grabbing, and she holds up I'll buy this.
So I want you to.
It's an icosahedron. It's numbered 1 to 20.
Ooh. The higher roll, the better fate.
I want you to roll me a d4 first.
Okay.
I want to see which group of items you grab from.
There's a 2.
Okay, so you're going to be grabbing something from the alchemical, herbal, and practical supplies. And I'd like you to roll me a d10 since you're randomly grabbing something.
That'll be a 1.
Hold on, I gotta double check this because this is kind of funny if it's. My archive to open up. There we go. Come on, come on, come on.
A potion of knightly endurance.
No, it's. Here we go.
Oh, like fantasy Viagra.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I created a couple of randomized lists from random treasure generators, and so what you grab is a smoke stick, and there was a part of me that just was hoping that what you grabbed was a pack of fantasy cigarettes, but it's not. What you actually grab is a it is a alchemically treated wooden stick that can be used to instantly create a thick, opaque smoke when burned. The smoke will fill a 10-foot cube. It's basically like a fog cloud spell. And it only lasts for... it burns within 1 round and dissipates naturally after a minute. So it can it is something that can be crafted. You won't find it in... It's actually a Pathfinder 1 item. But he says... Interesting, and kind of with a wink, realizing that you're just kind of randomly grabbing something. That is going to be... Well, normally this would cost 3 gold pieces, but it is a grand opening special. I will give it to you for 2.
Okay, Mr. Six. And give him 2 gold pieces for this. That she unfortunately was needing for her previous purchase, but that's okay. She has been flustered and bamboozled into buying something she didn't need.
So you now have basically a smoke bomb.
Bamboozled is a really strong term.
Yeah.
After this transaction, and as you kind of move away, I almost picture you as you reluctantly pass over your gold and you take your smoke stick, almost standing there. I just picture Lumi standing there like, thanks. Like, okay, I guess I have this now. 6 moves.
Lumi, did you find something good?
Well, I didn't really find what I was looking for, but this is a really neat shop, and she's gonna like gloss over the fact that she bought this.
And what about you, Miss Millie? Are you seeing anything that strikes your curiosity?
Oh, I'm just looking around and daydreaming about things that I might be able to afford someday. You know, the life of an adventurer isn't always lucrative.
Well, is there anything you are looking for in particular?
Well, after that business that happened up at the White Deer, you remember, with the boarded up windows and
Yes, indeed.
all of that. Well, Kaeryn and I just had a time trying to get some of those stains out, and I was just thinking to myself, oh, that one spell. What was it called? Prestige something. I'm not sure, which sure would go a long way in helping with some of that cleanup. But I've heard before that there's a hat that grants that ability, but so I've been looking out for something like that.
You know, hats are sort of my specialty.
Oh, that's very apparent.
Is this an actual item?
Yeah, my dude. It's the, what is it? It's the mage hat.
That's why I couldn't find it. I was looking for hat of prestidigitation.
Yeah. The mage's hat, but Millie can't afford it right now.
Eventually.
So, I'm going to give you the same D100 chance that Lumi had. However, I'm going to say that there is a 35% chance. We'll call it 36 just because it's easier to go 18 on either side. Because of 6's affinity for hats.
Well, that's a 17.
Well, let's see what Mr. 6 rolls. 41. 17 plus 18 is what? 35?
Yeah. No dice. No dice. Jim Rice.
Damn.
So
Damn.
if you ever see anything like that, keep me in mind.
You have me curious about this hat. I will put out requests along with Miss Lumi's requests for the item she is looking for. I will let you know as soon as I find something.
Well, that sounds just fine. Thank you so much, Six. It's been such a lovely day.
Well, if ever there are things you are looking for, understand that my wares are constantly changing. As people buy things or people don't sell, I often like to trade with merchants as they are moving through town. I expect that my inventory will be on a continuous rotation. And if you or your friends are looking for anything in particular, please come see Six. I will ensure
Will do.
that I can find it. And then you hear the sound of no, and then breaking glass somewhere from a different aisle over. And Six eyes suddenly grow wide, and you see his fur kind of poof out a little bit as he goes, I said look with your eyes, not with your hands. And then you hear this odd tinkling sound of glass as he comes around the corner and he says, you have no idea how lucky you are that is a self-repairing bottle. With that, yes, we will take a short break. We are going to take a few minutes of a break, and we will be back after these messages. Velynia once again choosing to work on the docks.
Making that money.
So I need you to roll for initiative.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Here we go.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
I was ready for anything.
So I think at this point, after the last work you did a couple days ago, you sort of redeemed yourself.
I did.
After a few days ago, there was a pretty bad incident. But now I keep losing their name. Who's your boss?
I always
scrolled too far.
Jalevia Stenson.
Yeah, so she pretty much just lets you go see where help is needed. You set to work on the docks.
Yeah. And like you said, Velynia is just kind of finding places to make herself useful. And at the same time, she wants to earn her money, but she's also kind of keeping an eye out for this this watcher. And there's like a lot of places on the docks, obviously, to like quickly slip around a corner. But Velynia kind of knows like where she would hide if she was watching somebody. So she has her eye on those spots.
Go ahead and give me I'm going to have you make a perception check, and I'm going to give you a +2 circumstance bonus.
Amazing.
As you're taking your time, you're being deliberate.
That's you said a +2?
Yes.
29 perception.
So you keep looking, you check, you look with your trained eyes, and whoever this person is, either they're not around today or they're better than you thought, because the number you rolled should be a critical success. So if they were there, you would have seen them.
I would see him.
What you do see instead is a couple of the dock workers have unloaded a crate, and they're pointing at something on the crate, and one of them is kind of looking around like this, and very quickly they take this crate and they move it off to an area that isn't going to be loaded onto wagons or carts to be distributed in town wherever it's supposed to go. In fact, they bring it out over to a little side area near where something should be, set it down, and quickly cover it back up with a tarp. And you can see there's already a couple of other boxes that have been put there.
Take a mental note of who the guys were that did that. Like, I'm in and out of this place so much, I feel like I probably know their names at least. And I think I kind of wait until there is like not as much activity over by where they took it, and I want to go and I want to look under that tarp.
I thought I had created a random NPC generator here.
Hey, while Jake looks up random names, why don't you check us out on redbubble.com? At redbubble.com, we got all kinds of great logos like the one I'm wearing, the one Tamiko is wearing, and all kinds of other cool stuff. You can get logos for your fantasy games or for our cool Kids on Bikes game, which airs typically on Thursday nights. You can get our logos on t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, mugs, stickers, postcards, pillows, and all kinds of other cool stuff. There's almost always a deal as well at redbubble.com, especially if it's your first time shopping. So, check us out today at redbubble.com. Just search Mini Terrain Domain. There's all kinds of other cool stuff, too. What was that?
Travel mugs.
And travel mugs.
Deluxe pullover hoodies.
Mm-hmm. Quarter zips. All about that quarter zip.
Yep.
No banana hammocks.
Listen. Might be able to get something going with banana hammocks. Yeah. All right. So the two guys that you identify are hold on. I'm actually changing them because the names I jotted down while you were talking are stupid. I just looked at them and I'm like, Grim Barnacle and Trod Waxer.
Dude, Trod Waxer?
Trod Waxer sounds like he is on the polo team competing against Paradise.
He does. Trod Waxer. Oh my god, he's a rich bitch.
I am resurrecting a couple of NPCs in a campaign from years ago. Okay. These are two individuals that they're best friends. They always hang out together. One of them is a broad-shouldered, bald, muscular man. The other one is is tall, thin, wiry. He can't throw a punch very good, but he can sure as hell take one. Or two or three or four. Their names are known simply as Hurley and Burley.
God damn it. Is Burley the skinny one?
Yes.
That's perfect.
Of course.
I love that. Amazing.
And
Hurley and Burley.
They are also known for frequenting the less savory feed bag, and often are found they're definitely the kind of people that your new guardsman friend Icselo has personally probably thrown into the drunk tank more than once, or arrested for misdemeanors, drunken disorderly, those kind of things. So yeah, these two are up to no good. You wait until the coast is clear.
Yeah.
And you go to inspect these crates.
Yeah. Yes.
As you head over there, you find 4 crates of varying sizes that are they've traveled from, these 4 crates in fact have all traveled from Absalom to Sandpoint, and they are addressed to the Cat's Meow, care of 6 Days into Summer.
Now, Millie did mention all of 6 and the Cat's Meow and shit when we were eating dinner before the ambush, right? Okay. Just
Yes,
making
there
sure
is
that I
one
know about
additional thing that you notice.
it.
And this was what they seem to, Hurley and Burley seem to have pointed to, that drew their attention and made them, with that critical perception check, you identify that besides these all being addressed to 6, in fact, you've been working the docks. You've seen other packages that have been actually already loaded on a wagon, addressed to the Cat's Meow. What sets these apart is in the lower left corner of the one of the sides that has the delivery address on it. Very small is what looks like almost like a wood burned image of a cat's paw print holding a dagger blade.
Okay.
Can you make
Do
me,
I know
can you
what
make
this
me
symbol
a
means? Yeah.
Well, I'm going to say okay. So make me a society check
Okay.
for that, but I also want a stealth check as you are investigating this
Jesus.
stuff.
Society is a 15 and stealth is a 30.
A 30.
30.
Okay. So nobody has any idea, let alone Hurley and Burley, that you are investigating these boxes.
Those dipshits.
As for what this symbol is, you have never seen it before.
Are these crates like nailed shut? Are they like, or like could I pop one open easy?
They are nailed shut. You would have to, and finding the tools to pry open a crate on the dock here is super easy. I mean, it's you know how if you work in like if you work in a store, in a warehouse, finding things like tape guns, pricing guns, scanners, box cutters, those are usual things. You're going to find hammers, nails, crowbars, simple crate repair and opening tools on the dock. Like there's probably a couple of workstations that just have these, like, Station 3. Don't take it. This means you, Burley.
That fucking idiot. Okay, perfect. I actually do want to, with that stealth roll, I imagine maybe I can quickly grab like a crowbar and pop one of these open. I want to see what's in these boxes. I think it's important.
Okay, if you're going to pop them open, I do want another stealth check.
Okay. Here I go. So stealthy. I'm re-rolling that with a die. Oy. 22.
Okay, not critical. But still a success.
Oh God, Jesus Christ. It would not have been before, everybody. That was a good usage. Good usage. Okay. Great.
You...
Super.
As you open this box, I would like you to roll me a D100.
Okay, here I go. That's a 25.
All right, there's not a percentage chance per se here. I'm just looking to see how close my number is to yours. So you rolled a 22?
25.
25.
Not
okay.
Close.
You see when you open this box, there is a layer of straw, and you can see a few items kind of peeking through. Mm-hmm. And the first thing you see is there are, as you kind of look past the straw, and we're talking about a box that's probably about 2 feet tall, by 2 feet by maybe 3 feet. Okay. And what you're seeing is about maybe accounts for 8 inches of depth. There are several pieces of they look like some kind of foreign artworks from some far off land. Glass decorative vase, a jade figurine, a porcelain mask, things that need to be delicately packed.
Okay.
Do you look any further?
Are you asking like deeper into this crate?
Either this crate or other boxes.
I guess, yeah. Yeah, sure. I'll push my luck.
Okay. So you start. Do you just reach in, or do you kind of like unpack, or?
So as Velynia sees these first couple of treasures, her something clicks in her memory about a particular treasure that she might have advantage, like she could take advantage of using, which is that stone that Ket mentioned to her to be on the lookout for. And obviously, if she could take it from here versus having to pay for it later, that would be ideal. So, if she got super lucky and if she happened to find it, so she doesn't really know how big this thing is, or like anything about it. Did Ket give her like a description of this thing, or did he just kind of said you'd know it when he saw it, right? Or did he? I don't remember.
So it was called the Umbral Shard, I believe.
The Umbral, yeah, Umbral Shard or Umbral Stone.
It was described as a smoky green-black crystal, about the size of a fist.
Okay. Okay. So, okay.
And I'm trying to remember. It's so long ago, I'd have to look at the notes. I don't remember what he said to you exactly, but I think he said that there are people in the collective that are trying to find this, and
yeah,
it has something to do with why you are being watched. It's right. Believed that the Umbral Shard may be in this region.
So yeah, so I think I fish around in the straw for anything that might match that just by feel, and if I find it, then I would pull it out. If I don't, then I would move on to another crate.
So I would like a
athletics. No, I'm just kidding. Thievery?
No, we're going to do a D100 roll.
Okay.
You do not want to get within 12 on either side.
65.
And you do not want me to roll a 65.
Okay.
82.
Nope. I'm not there. Yay.
So you do not find any rigged countermeasures, traps, okay, since you were so blindly reaching around inside there. If I had a trap you were going to hit if you rolled within, and if you rolled dead on, you were going to take max damage from it.
Oh god.
Hashtag hand stuff.
Hashtag hand stuff. Always with the hand stuff.
No, you start reaching around, and it's weird because you find the first thing your hand lands on is you find something that feels a little cool to the touch and metallic, and you find a small handful of them, but when almost involuntarily when you grab them, they sort of clatter together, and you're like bracing for that metallic sound of these they're not super heavy, but you expect them to make kind of a loud clinking sound, and instead what you hear is a very muffled sound. Do you pull them out?
Yeah, now I'm just curious. So I would pull them. I don't pull them out of the crate, but I pull them up so at least the straw is no longer obscuring.
They
them.
are pythons.
Ooh.
Climbing
I
pythons.
pocket those
But what's
immediately.
interesting about these pythons is they make very little noise when struck against one another or other objects. They are silenced pythons.
I take them. I take them for myself.
There's more in the box if we want to dig around.
Yeah, I keep kind of like fishing around again. I'm looking for one thing in particular, and if I feel anything, I think Velynia is kind of like realizes she's pushing her luck, so she's kind of she's hurrying. She's feeling around specifically for something about the size of a fist, and if she finds other objects that kind of don't match that description, she would just ignore it and move on.
You don't find anything that matches what you're looking for. You find one item that when you feel it, you know what it is by feel. It's a grapple hook. And attached to it it doesn't feel like rope. It's weird. The grapple hook is a normal grapple hook size and shape. It's got 3 prongs, welded steel.
Yeah.
But it feels almost like thread is attached to it.
Oh my god. Okay. Oh shit. Is this small enough that I could sneak away with this or no? It's a grapple hook, may or may not be, I guess. Depends.
It's a grapple hook. It's not like an anchor. They're not very big.
Okay.
And
okay. I take that too.
When you pull it out, you find that it looks like it's been tied with a rope that is as thin as what did I just describe it as? Thread. Or probably closer to like yarn. But a quick tug on it and you realize that this stuff is as strong as silk rope.
Wow. Okay. Holy shit. That's great. So I take all that shit.
Okay.
And I guess I kind of do the same process, for expediency. I'd try the other crates as well. I kind of have a one-track mind at this point and always keeping an eye open for fucking Hurley and Burley.
So you continue to check these crates, and inside each of these you find on the surface level objects of curiosity.
Mm-hmm.
Their provenance you don't know. You don't know if these are expensive rarities,
mm-hmm.
trivial curiosities, rare magic items. Do me a favor real quick. Roll a D100.
Here I go. 63.
And one more time.
96.
Okay. If I had rolled exactly on either of those, you would have found one or both of the items that Lumi and Millie were looking for.
God damn it! Shit! Damn it! Aww.
Well, 1% chance. I like to see what the dice have to, what story the dice have to tell. So what you do find, though, digging deeper in all of these, is you find more objects that, when all put together, you realize that there's dark clothing, there are leather boots that have spikes attached to the toes. There are
This is ninja gear.
it's more thievery gear. The kind of things that you might find on a, dare I say it, cat burglar.
God damn it! God damn it! 6 is mixed up. It's
No,
some
you
rough
find you
shit,
definitely
man.
find some a bunch of rogue accoutrements in here.
Sick. Wow.
How
How fortunate.
You find, what's weird is there's enough stuff in here to outfit a half a dozen people.
Really? He's starting a little fucking guild or something. Interesting. Okay. I make a mental note of that. And then I also kind of think, like, if this guy has this shit coming in, he must have a pretty good selection at his store. So I kind of, Velynia kind of resolves to go check out the cat's meow. She would obviously try to drop off the shit that she just stole at Mavashti's place first. She doesn't want to just roll in with all this freshly stolen shit. But yeah, she does want to go to the cat's meow to see what he's got. Maybe he's got it there already.
Go ahead and
I check out with Jalevia for the day.
why did that not show up? Oh, for crying out loud. Last time I was here, there was a whole chart.
Ah, for cry eye.
Alright, let's see. If this one... Why? Alright. You get... you can add 3 more gold for the day's wages.
Yeah! Woo! I have so much gold, you guys.
We got
Tamiko
17
always says
now.
I'm poor, but I don't. I have 257 gold pieces. Thank you very much. I never spend it on
Holy
anything.
shit.
Thank you. Tamiko always
Meanwhile,
says I'm gold poor,
Lumi's
but I'm
over here scrounging for basic tools.
not. If you need a loan, I have a very competitive interest rate.
I do have, I do need some funds for my new chemical endeavors, so...
Okay. I'm gonna need a prospectus on this whole project.
So, you drop your stuff off at your locker at Mvasti's, and then you're heading to
The cat's meow.
the cat's meow. What time of day are you going?
Probably late afternoon. I think Velynia did put in a decent enough day's work
Okay.
at the docks, and it's not quitting time for the rest of us yet, but she leaves a little early to hit up the cat's meow.
Yeah, that's why you didn't get 5 gold.
Correct.
Okay. So you head to the cat's meow,
Yes.
and you hear the bells jingle, and you see the previously described shelves and curiosities and everything else. And as soon as the door closes behind you and rings again, you see this nearly 6 foot tall, Maine Coon looking Catman step out from somewhere towards the middle of the shop. It kind of looks like he's looking around to see who just came in, and then presents his full self. And inside his shop, he's not wearing his cap. It is probably hanging on a hook by the desk, but he's still dressed in his usual finery, as he does provide a bow to you. And he says, "Hello, and welcome to the cat's meow. I am 6 days into summer. How may I be of service to you?"
Hello. Pardon me if I'm a little taken aback. I have seen catfolk before, but it's been ages.
Yes, I am a bit of a curiosity myself around these parts.
I suppose you are. A welcome
It is
one.
it is fine. I do not mind when people look at me. I have been told that I'd like to be the center of attention.
Yes, I do believe we will get along famously then. My name is Velynia. My friend Millie was mentioning this.
You know
this is a
Millie?
Yes, indeed. We are very close friends.
Delightful.
She mentioned the grand opening.
Yes, today is our first day officially open. And
I think
business has been good.
As he's like doing all these pleasantries, she is kind of already like scanning the shelves and scanning this for, and I think she's looking for any hint of organization, like other stones and other gems and rocks and shit, but it's all just puked all over this place, and I think there's no organization whatsoever. So she's looking around and she's like, well, believe it or not, I was looking for something fairly particular. It is it's a stone about yay big. It's green with like dark shadows in it. And it is quite important that I find it, and I assumed that if anyone in town had it, it would be you. And I have it on reliable information that it is probably in this town.
This is a particular stone that you're describing. About yay big. Sort of green, dark green.
Yes.
Crystal.
Yes, I assume.
There is not a lot of information to go on. There are a lot of types of crystal that can look like... There are even some stones, when polished, that can take on the appearances that you describe. And it could, with this kind of a size, it's more likely that it's used in some sort of magic, or perhaps it would be a part of a artistic sculpture, or a decorative piece that somebody might have as a bauble on their desk, a paperweight, if you will.
Well, I can... It's fairly reliable that it's not a paperweight. I don't believe it's carved in any way, but I don't know that it's not. I just know that it's important, and I'm very sure that it's in this town. And as a proprietor of curiosities, I assumed that perhaps you maybe had seen it or heard of it, or at least I could check with you. Perhaps I'd get very lucky and you'd have it.
I am still quite new into town, but I make it my business to find curiosities where other people are having difficulties to find these curiosities. But again, your description is not particularly unique. If you have any more detailed description, or from whom you heard that it was in town, or where you think it might be, if the object or perhaps the type of crystal it is has a name, any of these are things that will help me to locate what it is you are looking for.
And I think Velynia kind of like looks over her shoulder, and she like looks... this shop is probably not very big, but I kind of like lean around and try to like just get a glimpse of if there's anybody else in here. Just to kind of double check, I look around the edges of the other aisles, and assuming that there's nobody else in here, I kind of just like say to Six, and I just like, well, it is actually quite a secret reason that I am looking for this stone. An old friend of mine, from an organization I'd not really like to elaborate upon, has tasked me with finding this stone. Says it's very important, said I would know its importance when I saw it. And he said it was called the Umbral Stone.
The Umbral Stone. Now that is a very specific name. And he starts stroking his chin, and he's looking at some of the shelves, and he kind of walks past you. He goes, I do need to do a better job of organizing things. I had some stones that were around this way, and he kind of walks towards the front, and he's looking, and no, it wasn't here. And he disappears around the side of a shelf. And I would like you to make a perception check.
Amazing. I will. Here I go. Perception is a 19.
You watch as he kind of moves to the front, and you hear his voice as he disappears around the side, and he says, "Oh, wait, here are some crystals. Give me one moment." And then he's quiet for about 5 seconds. And then you feel cold steel against the back of your neck. Who are you with, and why are you asking about the stone?
Listen, I don't know what you think. I don't know what you're thinking about. I can assure you I mean you no harm.
I am not worried about the particular harm you think you might be able to do to me. I am not the one with the scimitar at my throat. Tell me why you are asking about the Umbral Stone. Who are you with?
I can't say. I can't tell
If you are willing to use that name out in the open, even behind a closed door like this, your lips may be too loose for whatever organization you are with.
You don't know anything about it.
I might know more than you think I do. I know what the Umbral Stone is. That is why I am very concerned. The only reason that your blood is not staining the floor of my new store is because you mentioned you were a friend of Miss Millie. And I very much do not want to have to answer questions about why I cut the throat of one of her friends.
Okay.
Which
all right.
organization are you with?
All right. It's the Shadow Collective. It was. It's complicated. As I said, you don't understand. It's important.
Which side of the schism have you fallen upon?
I don't know. I don't know yet. My mentor was Ket Telkolak. I am in this city with one of his new wards. I don't even know what side he's on. I don't know what side anyone else is on.
Make a persuasion check or deception, depending on how truthful you're being.
What, persuasion?
Sorry.
Diplomacy?
Make diplomacy.
Sorry.
It falls under make an
Sorry.
impression.
Okay. So Velynia is being honest. She got an 18 diplomacy. Stay right there. Okay. I don't like. Oh god. Thank you. I'm sorry. My Discord's been popping off. I'm like, these fuckers are talking about inventory, and I'm in a real jam. I'm sorry.
As you say all of this, you feel the blade of the scimitar move away from your throat.
I think as soon as Velynia feels like she has clearance, she twirls on this guy and has her dagger out in that cool fucking way where it's like lined up like along her forearm and she's ready to fucking like fight.
He is already standing about a dozen feet away from you. Scimitar in hand, but not held upward. But you can see that though he appears to be standing casually with the blade at his side, the grip he has on the blade shows that he is prepared to move it either offensively or defensively if necessary. How is it that you would come here to me and ask specifically about this stone? And so willingly spill the names of people from the Shadow Collective.
I gave you a name, and I can assure you it's a name who is very capable of defending himself.
Oh, I have no doubts of Ketelkolik's ability to defend himself. He and I have crossed blades together in Absalom. Not against one another, mind you. We fought side by side. I told you. Well, no, I didn't tell you this. I told your friends that I have dabbled in some adventuring. You would be surprised at the things and the people that I know. I can tell you this. I am not a danger to you or your friends, as long as you are on the right side of this. I have a friend, too, who is interested.
Who?
Make another diplomacy roll.
Alrighty. Here I go. Oh, God. Went off the table. Mother.
I'm going to tell you right now, this is going to be one that the higher you roll, the more information he's going to tell you. You are making an impression.
I'm going to use one more die. And Tamiko, I want you to hold me to this. I will not use any the next session when we come back after Christmas. Because
you have 75 of them.
No,
who cares?
I care.
Who cares how many you used? What's what they're there for?
I used one or two during the stories. Use the dice. It was me. It was me.
This is an I am Spartacus moment because Kaeryn really led us to believe it was her. I got a.
You've got to be kidding me.
26 diplomacy.
Okay, hold on.
No.
No. Guess what? It didn't. It froze and then it unfroze.
It's a miracle. A Christmas miracle.
We're not there yet.
I got a 26.
Weirdly, I don't know why. I don't know why, and I'm not going to mess with it. But
don't even talk about it.
On OBS, my preview image is now compressed like this.
So we all look skinny?
Yeah. It's not affecting the output. It looks like the stream hung up for a moment.
Everything's still going.
Alrighty.
Okay, so
26 diplomacy.
Okay. So I'm going to...
Which is significantly better than the Nat 1 I was sitting on before.
Which is sad for you, but still checkable on the bingo card.
Okay, that's going to get
Thank you, Tamiko.
This is going to get you quite a bit of information.
Yeah. I think Velynia is like she's a little bit more relaxed, but she's still up on her toes. Like she even he's like saying like you don't have anything to fear. She is nervous.
I have a friend who I'm expecting to come into town sometime that is also going to be searching for the Umbro Stone. She is very good at operating in the shadows. She's more than just a thief. I used to adventure with her. But she has, over time, she has become a part of an organization that called themselves the Vigilance. They counterbalance the unsavory nature of other organizations. And As I know Capital Kolok, I am aware of the schism that has taken place in the Shadow Collective, and I know that there is one side of this schism that seeks the Umbral Stone for their own advantage, and it is not an unselfish desire of theirs to gain the stone. My friend and her organization, the Vigilance, they seek the stone out to make sure it does not fall into their hands. I can tell you that right now, even as far as Absalom, there is a lot of dark coin moving right now. Some people want this relic, and my friend wants to get it first. The Shadow Collective. All very cloak and dagger, all very dramatic. You're a bit out of practice, I can tell. Or maybe Kat didn't teach you about keeping your secrets to yourself even with a blade pressed to your throat.
He taught me that a dead man does not get to fight any more battles. Self-preservation takes precedence at some point, no?
Well, I would be lying if I didn't say I spilled a couple of secrets while a blade or a flintlock was pressed somewhere against my own body. Do you even know?
Stone or not?
I don't have the stone, and if I had it, it wouldn't be here. My friend would have it already. The rumors are that it is here, somewhere, in a place called the Pit.
You are shitting me.
I don't know. I have only heard rumors of this place. And I have heard rumors that there is a group of adventurers in town that have been stirring up a bit of trouble in this pit. Something tells me that you are one of these shit stirrers.
Well, your astuteness knows no bounds.
Do you know what the stone does?
Can't say that I do.
So you are looking for this thing that you don't even know what it does.
I was told I would know it when I saw it. And I knew the description that I told you.
Would you consider yourself to be a religious person?
No.
You have no affinity for any of the gods?
The gods haven't done anything for me.
Well, like it or not, there are some gods that they play a part in our lives, or our deaths. Pharasma is one of these gods. Hers is a realm of shadow and darkness, necromancy. The Umbral Stone is tied to these things. How, I don't know, but it is old, and it is dangerous. And it can be very tempting for somebody who has it. It can corrupt, they say. This is why my friend wants to find it. We have reason to believe that somebody found a piece of concrete evidence pointing to its location being in the pit. I also believe there is somebody from your organization on the other side of the schism here in town. They are keeping an eye on it and you.
Well, that's not exactly news.
So, I've paid a couple of dim-witted dock workers to keep an eye out for specially marked packages and to set them aside and deliver them after hours. These are supplies for my friend when she arrives. Her intention is to seek the services of 2 or 3 individuals, The number is up to her discretion, but that are very skilled in shadow and stealth to accompany her. These are the supplies that I am having her bring in. Now, when you tell your friend, Millie, about all of this, if you decide to, and given my first impression of you, you probably will tell her. Make sure she understands that I truly am here as a proprietor of the Cat's Meow. But, as any good merchant can tell you, if there is coin to be made under the table, especially when a friend is involved, you're going to take those opportunities. But my intentions here in this town are not in any way otherwise nefarious. I want my friend to be able to find and secure this object. And if you are able to help her do that, all the better. I don't want it to fall into the hands of the wrong people. And I suspect you might know who some of these wrong people are, personally.
I think during this whole diatribe, when he mentions Millie again, I think Velynia has this look of fear on her face that is paramount even to when he had her at Blade Point. And as soon as he's done kind of with this lecture, Velynia puts her dagger back in its sheath and she just kind of like shakes her head and she just says, Millie can't know about any of this. Nor any of my other companions. It is very, very important that they don't know anything about who I'm with or any of it. And it's very important that they never ever find out. I'm in no position to ask for a favor. Please.
I do not consider this to be a favor. Given, again, as I said, my first impression of you, I am rather surprised that you suddenly want to keep your secrets. But your reasons for keeping secrets are your own. I can tell you that if Millie is truly a friend of yours, the longer you keep secrets from your friends, the harder they may take it when they find out these secrets, and they will find them. You see, this, and he moves his cloak, and you see on this breastplate, midway up, in between where a couple of ribs would be, you see that there's a third spot where the leather armor has been punctured and sewn with gold thread. That friend I told you about? I kept secrets from her. This was her forgiveness.
You don't know the kind of secret I'm keeping.
I may not know your secret, but believe me, I know the weight of secrets, great and small. I want you to know, if Millie hears about this, it will not be from me. I am a proprietor of curiosity. I am not the one to tell tales out of turn. Now, as I cannot have you, I should not have you leaving my store empty-handed.
Velynia does kind of go like, oh, and she kind of like, she reaches up to a random shelf. Unbeknownst to her, it's the exact fucking shelf Lumi reached to when she was reaching for something totally random, and she grabs something else totally random.
So, first of all, go ahead and roll me a d10.
Okay. 5.
You find a piece of chalk. And
This'll do. It's like when you need change at the newsstand and so you like buy gum.
he goes, that is indeed very interesting choice. It is mostly used for magic users in rituals. Itself has no magical benefit, but when you make markings on the ground with it, they glow. That is 1 gold piece. But you are not buying just a piece of chalk today. You are buying 6 days into summer silence and friendship. I think what you really want is this. And he reaches into a glass case. And he pulls out a piece of... not a piece. He pulls out a cloak.
What is it?
And he sets it carefully down on the counter. I will sell this to you at the grand opening discount price of 150 gold pieces.
Fucker. That's what I get for saying how much money I have. God damn it. What is it?
Something tells me that you are going to find great use for this clandestine cloak. It is a pretty nondescript looking cloak of a gray, like a smoke gray.
Mm-hmm.
While wearing this cloak, as an interact action, you can gain a +1 item bonus to stealth checks and deception checks to impersonate a forgettable background character, such as a servant, but also taking a -1 item penalty to diplomacy and intimidation checks.
That's awesome.
You basically, there's more. It is called a clandestine cloak. It's a 6th level item.
Wow.
And it has more information about it. That it gives you the when you use it once per day, you gain the Veil of Privacy spell effects for 1 hour, or until you pull the hood back down. So it's cool. Sort of an advanced stealth cloak, but you can tell that he specifically chose an expensive item.
Mm-hmm. And so Velynia kind of like puts her hand on her hips, kind of picking up what he's putting down, and she's like, "How much did you say was the grand opening price?"
150 gold. This is still a discount from what I would normally charge for an item like this. Call it a friends and family discount. If you end up working with my friend, you are certain to make more gold than you have spent here today.
Velynia kind of begrudgingly digs into her pouch.
And then he goes, 151. And he places the piece of chalk on the
my
cloak.
God, this little fucker. This fucker. It's like, and then I imagine Velynia has already got the little pile of gold out, and then when he says 1, she pulls out like 1 more fucking gold coin and just puts it on the top of the pile. It's like,
as soon as you place that gold coin, almost so fast you can't see it, his paw swipes up, grabs the coin, slides it into his other hand, and he immediately says, "Well, thank you so much for shopping at the Cat's Meow. It has been a pleasure to do business with you. I do hope you will come again. Now please, go. and tell your friends about what you've seen in this place, or maybe you don't.
And I think Velynia leaves without another word, with her cloak kind of folded up under her arm, and her stupid piece of chalk in her stupid hand. And she like leaves this shop, and like the little musical jingle of the bell is in such juxtaposition with the harshness of this moment, just this little joyful ting-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling as she leaves the store. And she goes to Mavashti's place. This has been a bullshit way to end the day.
As you walk out, we see Six go to follow to the door, and he looks out, watching you walk away through the glass. And when you're a little further along, we see him turn the sign that says open to closed and turn the lock. And he walks back to the counter, and then he walks back into a back room, and he goes to a shelf. The back room is, believe it or not, somehow more cluttered looking.
Messier than the front room? Jesus.
But he goes to a seemingly random shelf where there's an object that is covered in a dark cloth right at head height. And he walks over there, and he pulls the cloth away, and we see a swirl, and we hear the sharp voice of a woman who seems annoyed at being interrupted. Just says, "What is it, Six?" Almost the voice is like, "What is it, Six?" Almost like a Cockney type accent.
Oi! Governor! Tuesday, isn't it?
And Six just says, "I think I found somebody that you can work with when you get here." And he kind of looks off in the direction of where you went and says, "Something tells me I think the two of you are going to get along wonderfully." And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
God. Wow.
So,
Oh boy.
I don't know if anybody has any idea who this is.
Is this a friend from the same world as Six?
But I don't want to say too much because I have to talk to somebody to find out if they are willing to be a guest in a future episode or episodes. So that'll be something I'll do over the break. I don't think it would be something that would be immediate. I guess it would be dependent on where you guys are pursuing and when you return to the pit and what all you do. But they have indicated in the past, under different circumstances, when I had floated the idea of a guest appearance for a different stream. So we shall see. But I hope it came across that Six clearly is involved in some behind-the-scenes shadowy stuff. But
I love behind-the-scenes shadowy
may or
stuff.
may not be. He's definitely a nice guy, but he's got an edge to him. And there may be questions now about where his loyalties truly lie. But and to be clear, I was too afraid to do too much with the screen after that near issue. The group that he mentioned that she is a part of is called the Vigilance. That's vigilance as in vigilantes, not
plural
vigilance, not vigilance as in to maintain vigilance, if that makes sense. With a T, not a C.
Yes.
With a
TS.
Yeah.
Remarkable. A great
You guys,
way.
once again, Cari, you have a knack for doing this thing where you stumble into what's intended to be a future story element.
Oh, and then I fuck it all up.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying that it's your fault that we time traveled in the first episode of Kids on
No.
Bikes, but it's kind of your fault.
Rosie's ass's
Episode.
fault.
It was like the third.
Well, still, it wasn't
I
supposed-
waited. I like to play the long game.
It wasn't supposed to happen until way later in the season, if in the first season at all, and you just purely by chance stumbled into it. This was stuff on the grand opening day. I did not expect Six's involvement in behind the scenes stuff to come out. But Cari messaged me about wanting to look into information about this thing, which is
I
something that
legit
had been brought
said,
up.
Quote, it doesn't have to be tonight, but eventually I want to check in with Six to see if he has the stone.
And I said, well, it could be tonight. I leave it up
Whenever
to
you
you.
like,
You're
it
the one
could
that
be
brought it up.
tonight.
So
Yep.
Anyway.
Yep.
So we'll see if we're on more downtime or if you guys are going to start making a plan to reconnect at some point.
All
But
roads lead to the pit.
this is definitely going to be 6 weeks, I believe.
Ooh.
6 weeks of winter.
6 weeks of winter. We will be returning. The plan is to return on January 5th. With more Seven Dooms for Sandpoint. We have just one more game prepared tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Sky Metal Iron Gods with our Game Master Vi, and Kaeryn and I are part of that, along with Sarah and M. So we hope you'll stop by to check that out. Please do remember, mark your calendars. Please tune in on Monday nights at 8:30 p.m. Eastern throughout December for the character interludes. We've already recorded 3 of the character interludes. I'm recording 2 more this week, and they will all be airing every Monday in December. And
there are 5 Mondays in December.
There are 5 Mondays in December, 5 PCs to look at their stories, and every one of them manages to be, obviously they're unique because we're looking at different people, but I think the presentation of each session is dramatically unique. It's like reading short stories by different authors in the same anthology collection is what it feels like. I'll say this, in one session, we rolled a whole bunch of dice. In another session, we cried a lot. In another session, we rolled a few dice. We didn't cry, but there was a lot of revelations made. So, and there's still 2 more to go. So, huge thank you to, as always, to... looks like we picked up a new follower. Cari dropping another 500 bits. I'm aware, it was brought to my attention that the numbers are wrong. That's what screwed up when I thought the whole thing froze again. I was in the process of fixing that, so I gotta recalibrate that after the stream. Yeah, thank you to everybody hanging out in the chat. Love seeing everybody in there. Know that if you are somebody that likes to lurk quietly in the background, or if you are somebody who's watching with us on later on the VOD, know that we appreciate you and hope you enjoy our shows as much as we enjoy playing these games. And finally, a huge thank you. I know this is the last that we'll be together as a group playing the game for a month. I will miss you, but boy, do I need this break. And it's not because I need a break from you. I just need a break in general. But thank you, as always, to these wonderful friends and incredible role players and some of the best people to play make-believe with. Thank you, Vi, Kaeryn, Tamiko, Cari, and Baron. Without whom this would just be me talking to myself for a couple hours. With that, we're going to end this stream the same way we end every stream. And we'll see you in the new year. You can say it with me if you want.
6 days into black.